Hey there, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Transformation Tribe, where we embark on a transformative journey towards self discovery and success. I'm Jean Pierre. I'm going to be your guide through this February challenge to conquer fear and reclaim your resolutions. If you've ever felt the sting of fear holding you back, then this series is tailor made for you. So, today we're diving deep into the reason why most people abandon their resolutions. And I believe that reason is fear. That powerful force that can cripple our dreams, but we're not here to let it dictate our destiny. Instead, we're going to face our fears with respect and mindfulness, giving them the time they need to transform us. You see, I believe that thoughts trigger our emotions, and these emotions drive our actions. That's why this month we'll be working with the IFR system, an incredible tool to identify why we take certain actions with certain emotions, as well as guides us towards the proper actions for which we should take. And of course, we'll be starting with fear. Fear for February, I guess, huh? So, what can you expect? You're going to expect a daily dose of motivation from me, pushing you to exercise. Yeah, get that flow, energy just flowing throughout your body. And we're also going to learn a bit. And most importantly, in this beginning, we're going to reflect, because I believe that these are the building blocks to consciousness, keeping you connected to your goals, even when life throws you challenges and you feel like stopping working on those goals. But one reminder, the key to success is self awareness, right? Knowing yourself is the foundation upon which triumph is built, I believe. And just to clarify here, anyone who's striving towards a worthy ideal, that New Year's resolution that you set, anyone who's striving towards making themselves better, you're already a success. Just the thought of you taking those actions and then getting up and actually delivering on the thoughts, making the thought conscious, starting to take that action makes you a success. So, whether your resolution was about fixing your finances or improving your fitness or improving your mental health or anything else, we're going to get back into those armed with the extra tools for our success, right? So keep this in mind. Your task isn't to control your emotions, it's to become a fluid, agile conduit through which emotional energies can flow freely. Remember, I talked earlier about the exercise, right? Getting those emotional energies flowing freely. You don't want any stuck energy. That's where you start to get stiffness in your body. You start to get different pains. Those different pains start to turn into diseases and things like that. We don't want those. Also, we don't want to resist the change, right? Because resisting changes creates suffering, and we're here to break that cycle. You see, I feel like control is a form of resistance, and controlling change can be uncomfortable for most people. This discomfort multiplied with resistance is what creates suffering. And this suffering, because the mind, the psyche, craves two things. It craves pleasure and it craves the avoidance of pain. This suffering, it associates with pain, which it is, and it wants to disassociate from that. So that's why when you start doing these things, it's like, okay, you're going to do it, yada, 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 but there's not any immediate pleasure that comes from this. You have this I'm just going to do this, right? But the goals aren't set clearly. And then you start resisting certain things like, okay, your body's telling you, I want to sleep. Your mind's already associated sleep is good. I like to lay in bed. Or it's saying, ooh, I want this candy bar. Your mind's already associated, ooh, this candy bar spikes my dopamine levels. I like this. And you're like, no. I know I want it, but I'm going to resist it. I'm just going to resist it. So this resistance creates suffering, right? What we want is we don't want to resist. We want to understand. So whether the emotions are uncomfortable, pleasant, mild, intense, we want to welcome them and understand them, channel them, and honor the vital information that they're trying to tell us, right? So as I wrap up today's session, there's twin mantras for all emotions that I want you to keep in mind. Number one is the only way out is through, and we'll work on what through means and how to get through. And also, this too shall come to pass. So we create feedback loops in our brain, right? Where it's, okay, I'm going to resist this feeling. I'm going to feel this hurt, yada, yada, yada. And then you break and the brain, ooh, my voice just cracked up there. I don't know what that was. You break. That was kind of my voice breaking, right? So you break and you end up doing this thing, which in a sense, your feedback loop already associated that with pleasure. And because you're able to resist it for a little bit, now your reward system's all messed up where it's just like, okay, so this thing gives me pleasure. However, if I resist this thing for a minute, for a day, for a week, and then I do it again, well, this pleasure feels a whole lot better than just doing it every day. So I'm just going to get caught up in this cycle of, okay, I know I said I wanted to improve my fitness. I went to the gym for 3 days, ignored the McDonald's, the Chipotle, that's what we call Chipotle out here, and all of this other stuff. And then eventually you reach the point where the brain says, no. I want pleasure and this thing is suffering. And then you start resisting that feeling. All of your fears, all of the traumas, everything from the past comes rushing in, all of those situations. You start suffering. Okay, I break. And then your psyche, which already has the system in that says this thing good, then it gets supercharged. Oh, okay, we can go through this 3-day thing. So that's why so many people just get stuck in those little ruts when they're trying to overcome addictions or overcome everything. You end up creating a different kind of feedback system, a different kind of reward system. And then eventually you collapse and it's just like, okay, this whole thing isn't working anyways. I'm just going to continue to do this thing that I said that I wanted to stop doing because now my mind has associated that thing with pleasure and the psyche naturally craves pleasure, right? So keep in mind those twin mantras. The only way out is through. We're going to discuss that. And this too, when you feel that feeling, this too shall come to pass. And we're going to work on that as well. So join me tomorrow as we begin this empowering journey. Until then, stay resilient, stay focused, stay true to your extraordinary self. And together we're creating a community of resilience and success. See you tomorrow, champions.